Brian here. I am back in Batu. Bad news, I left my microphone in my room, so I have to remember now to not turn my head and talk because it's pretty loud, and I'm gonna have to talk louder and straight at the camera. Hopefully you can hear everything. I think as the night goes on there will be less people, and maybe you can hear more of the background sounds later on too. Here is the Millennium Falcon. It is, we have the 8 p.m. to midnight reservation tonight, so it is about 8:15 right now, and this video is basically just going to be showing you what this looks like at night. I've heard it's fantastic, so let's see. So Roaster Jet is certainly glowing a lot more now than it was in the daytime. And let's, I'm going to take a walk through the marketplace. I'm going to flip you around, so let's look that way. Isn't quite down yet, and that beautiful blue that is kind of coming through with the lights on is really giving it a nice effect. It's also funny because the lightsabers show up so much more at night, so you just see these like bright neon things in the darkness. It's very cool. One other thing, I don't know if I mentioned this the other day, but pretty much every door in this entire land has these panels right here with the astromech port on it. So if CR2 came around, I guess you can go wherever you want. There's Savi's workshop right there, and this view is real nice. Alright, so now I've waited a while. It is almost 11 o'clock at night now. It is obviously full dark. And I am going to walk you around pretty much the whole land at night. That is a beautiful spacecraft still. I love that they have lights on in the cockpit, so at night you can actually kind of see inside of it lit up. This way is Oga's Cantina. That is Droid Depot on the right there. But let's look back this way. I mean, come on. I love that you can hear the music pumping from inside the cantina. It's not really the music, it's just exterior. But look at the signage, it's so nice. You can really see like all these panels are lit up. This one especially. That's the line for the cantina there on the left. This is very cool. The lighting is so good. There's that Echelon series TIE fighter straight ahead. Very ominous looking. There's the easternmost exit, the one that comes out closest to Fantasyland. This is the one that we will not have in the Florida version. Milk stand, not busy at all. I will say, with an hour to go before closing here, it is noticeably less busy. If you have a reservation time and can make it till midnight and come here, you can do a lot here late at night, much like extra magic hours. Oh, droids! Let's go look at these droids. Oh, there is there's a probe droid up there, stuck in a net. Very cool. There's an R2 unit, an R5 unit right here. Hopefully you can hear these background noises. The music kind of comes and goes in the land, but the background noises are awesome. They're so cool. There are ships that land where the sound will go from one side to the other that make it really sound like it's flying overhead. We just heard the probe droid noise as I was walking away there. It's just a tree with lanterns in it. It's kind of neat. More droids. Of course, this is all, we're kind of walking around the Droid Depot here. So that's why we have this GNK droid, also known, of course, as Bomb. Another R5. I'm not actually sure what that white one is, or what that guy is. This is the middle entrance. This will be the entrance in Florida that goes into Toy Story Land. Here it goes also into Frontierland, kind of closer to the Frontierland side than the Fantasyland side, or the rest of Frontierland, the Big Thunder side, I mean. Gosh, the lighting in here is fantastic. Look at this. Now, occasionally during the day, there would be stormtroopers walking around up here, yelling at people. What stormtroopers do. Here is a very dark Coke and water stand. Poor cast members having to deal with dark. Here's the land speeder.
This way right here, on the front.
There's this thing, which I'm not even sure what that's supposed to be, but looks pretty awesome. So then let's walk over this way. So that door straight ahead there is where you would go in to build the droid. There is no line currently. It's the first time I haven't seen a line all day. It's possible that they are not letting you build a droid right now. The Droid Depot. Let's walk inside the Droid Depot of these people. This says Droid Depot, I guess.
Yeah, they have batteries. So you press the button that you press.
Gosh, these things are very adorable. So they are still allowing droid buildings. There just really isn't much of a line for it. So you want to build a droid this time? This is Savvy's workshop. It looks like the line must have been cut off earlier. You had to have already purchased one. Right there is Ronto Roasters. This is a more interesting path to take, so we're gonna go up this way instead of down there around to the left. That just kind of goes alongside of the marketplace area. Going through Ronto Roasters is the way to get into it. Better straight ahead there. That is Docking Bay 7 again. You can tell Docking Bay 7 because it has that shuttle on top of it right there. Ronto Roasters. That droid's still working hard, man. As he moves. marketplace. I like they kind of have an artificial light coming from the top now to make up for the lack of sunlight. Very cool. I like that a lot. Here's the popcorn stand, Saka's kettle. Pretty good, actually, surprisingly so. Here's a shop over here. It's a lot easier to see the shops this time of night, I will tell you that much. Because these shops are tiny. This is the entirety of this shop here. And nothing in here says Galaxy's Edge on it. You want Galaxy's Edge merch, you gotta go to, you know, the Emporium shops in Disneyland proper, not in Galaxy's Edge. Here's where they sell, obviously, Jedi robes, Sith robes, things like that. Rain costumes, cool. Here is the Droidarian toy maker. You can see the Droidarian herself working on that screen right up there. I forget her name off the top of my head, but I will add it in a comment. And they have all sorts of toys in here. Excuse me. I love this little Lando right there. Hey, Lando. Hey. How you doing? It's late. Straight across here, I believe this is the creature stall. They sell pork puppets. Rising Moons, too. They have this adorable little thing in this cage. I'm not exactly sure what it is. But in here they sell all sorts of creatures. Of course, the pork puppet. That thing. This is just cool looking. They sell... Are those Rontas? Maybe. I know that guy, that's a Tauntaun. We got a lot of shops I couldn't really show you during the day because they were so crowded. And I know I don't know what all of these are called. That's because they have no names on them. They are just trader stalls. This here is where you can buy a Kowakian monkey lizard. Looks like they've sold quite a few of those. But as expected, the lighting in here is just great. I mean, the details in here are fantastic. Look at that door and the blinking control panel. I love it. The more time I have spent in this land, the more I have come to really, really love it. And then out here, this is kind of heading towards Rise of the Resistance, so it gets a lot rougher out here. It's more rocks and trees and less lighting. That building is incredible looking though. It's so big, much bigger than I expected. Oh, there's another signpost. I feel like I didn't notice these signposts at all. So let's walk down this way and see what we can see. Rise of the Resistance, the ride, is set pretty far apart from the rest of it because that is Black Spire Outpost down there. And this down here is the forest where the Resistance is camping out. I'm sure you can hear these background sounds. It sounds like lots of animals just roaming around. There's some rocks in here. We're kind of in cliff. And down here, this is where the Resistance sells their goods. And the queue is down here as well. Well, that right there, that is the Rise of the Resistance building behind all of that really fancy looking rock work. Kind of wonder if that's going to be maybe the exit for it right there. Here is where they have a lot of the Resistance gear. Full jumpsuit if you want it. The helmets are very, very cool. Straight ahead there is going to be the entrance to Rise of the Resistance when it eventually opens. You can kind of see and hear like there are like waterfalls in there. This will be part of the queue. Lots of people have their lightsabers out now that it's dark, posing, and this is a pretty good place to pose because down here you can hear the electricity crackling from these makeshift power sources that the Resistance set up. And here are some Resistance planes kind of hiding. Oh look, this little gonk droid down here is talking. Poor gonks. Here's the A-Wing. And of course, the X-Wing. Sounds like something big is coming this way. We better move along. Going back towards the marketplace here. Now this is the way, if you come in anything but an 8 a.m. reservation, they lead you kind of around this way and all the way out to the other end. A lot more people in it then than there are right now. That's the side of the marketplace, end of the marketplace building. This whole thing is the marketplace here. That's it. That is Black Spire Outpost on the planet of Batuu at night. It's beautiful. Kill the spire.